guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something that I've never done before, which is a get ready with me. And I'm going to do a one brand, which is Clinique. I work for Clinique, so I have a lot of their products, but this video is not sponsored. They don't know that I'm doing this video, I'm just doing it for you guys. And this is how I get ready for work using Clinique products. So the first thing I did is I took a shower and I washed my face with the liquid facial soap oily skin formula. And I will have all the products and the prices listed down below. If you like my nail polish, it's the nail polish that I got from CIT in my Allure beauty box. I had to do a couple coats. I know in my video I kept saying layers, but I meant to say coats. So if you like that, that's the pepperminty nail polish I got from Allure. So the first thing I did was I washed my face with this, where's the camera? There it is. With the Clinique face wash. You can see I have oil in my face. My face is oily. So I will show you what I do to stay matte and less oily. The next thing I do is I take this, which I think is by Twink. I will have it listed down below. This is actually for your brows, but I don't use it on my brows. I use it right here, and I just shave off right here, make it really smooth. And then I shave here. I do the same thing, make it really smooth. And sometimes, about once a week, I go here too. There we go. So, I like these. A lot of people use them for their eyebrows. I don't need to do my eyebrows, so. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Clinique clarifying lotion, and I am in the number 3. I think whenever I repurchase this, whenever I'm out, I'm going to go to the Acne Solutions formula. But for now, I have the number 3. And if you've never used Clinique, they are known for their 3-step system, which is washing your face, using a clarifying lotion, and then using a regular lotion. So a lot of people confuse this with a toner. It's not a toner. They actually consider it an exfoliator. And it actually exfoliates all your dry skin and dead skin away, so that whenever you do your makeup, you have a nice smooth surface to work with. So I just get really good. And this is a number 3. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they have one for Acne Solutions. So they actually have 5 different sizes, or 5 different levels, I guess you could say. 5 different kinds, formulas. Formulas, that's the word I'm going for. They have 5 different formulas. Number 1 is going to be your B. Number 1 is if you have extremely dry skin and hardly any oil. You'd be a number 1. Number 2 is if you're mostly dry, you have just like a little bit of oil, maybe like an oily T-zone, you'd be a number 2. Number 3, like me, is when you're mostly oily, but sometimes you get dry. You may have like some dry patches. But number 4 is if you're all oily and you have like no dry skin. There we go. Now I am all ready. And then number 5, I guess it's not really number 5, it's just the Acne Solutions, as if you have acne prone skin, which I do. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I did number 1 step, which was washing my face. Number 2, which is using my clarifying lotion. Number 3 is to go through and moisturize. I don't really like the yellow moisturizer, which is, excuse me, there is a original formula, which is the moisturizer, and there's the second formula, which is gel, which is made for oily skin. I actually like to go through with my Moisture Surge, which I got this in my last freebie, my last gift with purchase. They had these, so I go through with just a little bit of this, and it's actually made for all 4 skin types. So whether you have really dry skin or oily skin, anyone can use the Moisture Surge. And I just think that it leaves your skin feeling really silky. If you've never tried it, I would go to your local Clinique counter and ask for a sample. They may not have like a little jar like this, but they can make up little samples for you. Most of the things that I show you, they can make up samples. Maybe not of like the face wash or the clarifying lotion, but of lotions and makeups and stuff. They can make up samples of pretty much anything. So after my skin is all washed and now it's all nice and I go through with my primer, which this is a Superprimer for universal face. And I like this because it has a mattifying agent to it. It moisturizes and mattifies at the same time. So I do just a little bit for my whole face. You don't need a lot of the primer. just go through with a little bit of primer and prime your face for makeup. If you've never used primer, that's a really good one to use. And if you've never used primer, you can call your local Clinique counter and ask them to schedule you a makeover and tell them that you've never used the products, and they will use so many different products on you. I know whenever I do makeovers on people, I use so many different products, even if they've never used Clinique before. It's a good way to introduce them to the product. So the next thing I'm going to go through and use is a little bit of concealer. As you can see, I have dark circles under my eyes, and I like to conceal those. I have blemishes too, but the makeup that I use conceals a lot of that. So I'm going to use this just on my under eyes, and that is the Clinique Advanced Concealer in number 1, which is the Matte Light. You don't need a lot of this either. I have just a little bit. I just do my whole eye. And then I go through and I do the other eye. If I have any extra, which I have like a little extra, just go and do my nose. Just go ahead and do my nose. Okay. Now, I have a couple of makeup remover wipes. I don't use these on my face, so I'm just going to use them here since I don't have running water to wipe off my hand in between because I get makeup on it. So I'll keep these here to use. And the next thing I have is my favorite makeup that Clinique makes. I've tried a bunch of their different formulas. I've tried their Stay Matte, I've tried their Even Better, I've tried their Even Better Compact, I've tried their Moisture Surge makeup, which they don't make anymore. And my all-time favorite is still the Beyond Perfecting. Now this, if you haven't used it, it's a 2-in-1, and it has a giant doe foot. It's actually a 2-in-1. It's foundation and concealer in one, and I am in the shade Linen. And I love this. Even if I didn't work at Clinique, I'd still buy this. So you go through, and whenever you use this, a little goes a long way. So just start with a little bit, and then add more if you need it. It's a foundation concealer in one. A little bit goes a long way. And as you can see, I'm using my hands to spread this out. You can use a beauty blender, a brush. Whenever I'm at work and I'm working on other people, I like to use a brush. Just on me personally, doing it to myself, it's easier for me to use my hands. I would not recommend using your hands. Recommend either a beauty blender or a brush. And a little bit goes a long way. As you can see, it gives me really good coverage. I know the lighting keeps going lighter and brighter and lighter and brighter. I have some new box lights coming in the mail. They're just not here yet. So hopefully, once I get those, my lighting will be a lot better. So that's just my first layer. And now I'll go through with a little bit second layer. And some of this redness that I have right here, kind of conceal that a little bit more. And it just kind of melts into my skin. One of these days I will invest into a beauty blender and see if that makes a difference in how I put on my makeup, which I'm sure it will. Now that I have my makeup on, I'm just gonna grab my makeup remover wipe and just wipe all that excess off my hands so I don't get it all over my everything. So now that I have my base on, I'm going to go through and just set it with a powder. Again, you can see some of the shine because I do have oily skin. I'm going to go through with my Clinique. This is number 3 Transparency Loose Powder. I was using my, like a pressed powder, but actually with these, they're the same size. I mean, they're the same price. You get like 3 times more product. The only thing is that they're a little messy. So instead of using a brush, I actually use a sponge that came with my pressed powder. And I like to do this first to kind of set my makeup. The only thing is that it's messy. You can see some of the fallout getting on my shirt, but that's okay. I like to go through and press it on first and then start swiping it. I love my face. I love the way my face feels after I put powder on it. I don't like my face to be sticky or wet. I like it to feel dry, but not so dry that it's like dry skin where it's irritating. And that's why we moisturize first, so that your skin doesn't dry out. And then it also doesn't feel oily. You can see a lot of that shine is gone. Always bring it down to your neck and make sure you blend your neck, because nobody wants makeup lines going down their neck. You don't want the big, so it's obvious that you're wearing makeup. And this is not me telling you how you should do your makeup. This is just how I do my makeup. If I was at the Clinique counter and I had access to all the tools and everything they have, I would be doing it differently. This is just with the products that I already have at home and already own. If I were doing makeup on someone else, it would be done a lot more professionally. So the next thing I like to do is I take a big powder brush and just do that with it. And I like a really, I don't like to look too made up. I know if you go to some places, the girls have, bam, so much makeup on, and you watch a lot of makeup tutorials and Get Ready With Me, and it's just like so much makeup, like they're going out to an award show. Mine is just kind of like a natural, everyday, get ready with me, I'm going to work kind of a look. So now that I have that on, I like to do my face. Well, I mean, I already did my face, but I like to do my cheeks. Next, I'm using this. This was in my last gift with purchase. It's 2 eyeshadows and a blush. And the blush I'm going to be using is the Sunset Glow Blushing Blush Powder Blush. So I'm going to use this color. It's the Sunset Glow. And the way I do my blush is I start on my apples and then go outward. I know other people do their blush differently. And I do people's blush like this at work, and I have some people say I don't like my blush that way, and then I have to redo it. And now that I have on my blush, I like to go back through with my powder brush. It doesn't have any powder on it, but still just blend it out. So it gives me a nice natural look. And it's not obvious, you can't see any lines from the blush. And then I like to do my eyes. I like to use my trusty makeup brush, and I always like to just do this on my hand to make sure there's no makeup left in from the day before, because I'm gonna do blue today, and I think the last color I wore was purple, so I like to do this in between cleanings, make sure I get all that color out. The next thing I'm gonna do is use this light shade from the Mink duo. I'm gonna use the light shade. Well, first I'm actually gonna prime my lids, and this is an All About Shadow Primer for eyes in number 2, which is moderately fair. So I'm going to use that first and prime my lids. I like to prime the whole lid because I'm going to wear eyeshadow on the whole lid, and that kind of makes me want to sneeze. So if I sneeze here in a minute, it's because I tickled my eye. brow prime. So I'm going to go through and use the light shade of the Mink. Alright, then I like to go through with a blending brush and just kind of blend it all together. So it doesn't look obvious that you're wearing makeup, but you know that you are. Then I'm going to go through with my Galaxy palette from Clinique. It has 4 colors on it. I showed you this in my last makeup haul, my last Clinique haul. And I'm going to use these beautiful colors. And I'm going to use, this one is my favorite, kind of matches my nails. So I really love that color, and I may use a little bit of the blue too. So I like to go through So I'm going to go through and add just a little bit of the darker color on top. And I'm going to add this white shade right here. And then get my blending brush out, blend it all together. And then the last thing I like to do before I do my lipstick is do my mascara. And this is the High Impact Mascara in black, another thing that I got from my gift with purchase. You may be thinking I didn't line my lids or line my eyes or do my eyebrows. I only do my eyebrows like once a week because I was blessed with really nice eyebrows. So I actually don't put a lot of stuff in my eyebrows. Maybe I should. I have some. I forgot to grab it. I was going to use it. And then I don't use a lot of eyeliner because I don't like to line my eyes. So I do use mascara though. And it's a lot easier to do your makeup when you're in front of a mirror rather than in front of an iPad. Alright, and then the last thing that I do is my lips, and this is the color I've been loving. It's the ColourPop Lip Color and Primer in 1 in 05 Melon Pop. And I've been loving this color. It's like a light orangey color. And there we go. That is my Clinique Get Ready With Me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see other makeup looks from Clinique, let me know down below. I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye guys.